Are you curious about the man who turned American foreign policy on its head? Theodore Roosevelt, a name synonymous with boldness and audacity, was a figure who left an indelible mark on the United States and the world. His approach to leadership and foreign policy was nothing short of revolutionary. Yep, we're diving into Theodore Roosevelt's bold moves today. From his fiery speeches to his decisive actions, Roosevelt was a man who believed in making things happen, often shaking the very foundations of traditional diplomacy. Born in 1858, Theodore Roosevelt wasn't your average Joe. Growing up in the bustling city of New York, he faced numerous challenges, including severe asthma, but these early struggles only fueled his determination to rise above and make a significant impact. He was a soldier, a cowboy, and oh yeah, the 26th President of the United States. Roosevelt's diverse experiences shaped his robust character and prepared him for the multifaceted role of leading a nation. Now, Roosevelt was known for his speak softly and carry a big stick philosophy. This approach wasn't just a catchy phrase, it was a strategic doctrine that guided his domestic and foreign policies. But did that stick whack America into the realm of imperialism? Roosevelt's assertive stance often blurred the lines between strong leadership and imperial overreach. Roosevelt's foreign policy was more aggressive than a pub brawl on a Saturday night. His actions were characterized by a willingness to use military force to achieve American objectives, a stark contrast to the more reserved approaches of his predecessors. He flexed American muscle in Latin America and the Caribbean, often without asking nicely first. Roosevelt believed in showcasing American power to deter potential threats and secure national interests. Take the Panama Canal, for instance. This monumental project was not just an engineering marvel, but also a strategic asset that transformed global trade routes. Roosevelt orchestrated a revolution in Panama to get the canal built, making it a vital shipping route but also sparking debates about his imperialistic tendencies. His actions in Panama were seen by some as a necessary move for American progress, while others viewed it as blatant interference in another nation's sovereignty. The Roosevelt corollary to the Monroe Doctrine was another eyebrow-raiser. This addition to the Monroe Doctrine expanded America's role in the Western Hemisphere, asserting the right to intervene in the affairs of neighboring countries. It basically said America's the big boss in the Western Hemisphere and will intervene if we see fit. This policy was intended to prevent European powers from gaining a foothold in the region, but it also justified numerous American interventions. To some, it was protection. To others, it was classic imperialism dressed in a stars and stripes suit. The debate over Roosevelt's legacy continues, with some praising his efforts to maintain stability and others condemning his heavy-handed tactics. Critics argue that Roosevelt's actions were less about spreading democracy and more about expanding American influence. They point to his numerous military interventions as evidence of a broader agenda to dominate the Western Hemisphere. But fans of Teddy might say he was just ensuring stability and order in a chaotic world. They argue that his decisive actions prevented greater conflicts and promoted peace through strength. So was Theodore Roosevelt an imperialist? The answer may depend on your perspective. His policies undoubtedly expanded American influence, but whether this was imperialism or necessary leadership is still up for debate, or just a man with a vision and a big stick. Roosevelt's vision for America was one of strength and global presence, a vision that continues to shape the nation's foreign policy to this day. You decide. The legacy of Theodore Roosevelt is complex and multifaceted, inviting us to reflect on the fine line between leadership and imperialism. Fancy more historical tidbits and cheeky insights? History is full of fascinating stories and characters, each with their own unique impact on the world. Hit that follow button. Cheers. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the lives of history's most intriguing figures.